أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. تبارك الذي بيده الملك وهو على كل شيء قدير. الذي خلق الموت والحياة ليبلوكم أيكم أحسن عملا وهو العزيز الغفور. الذي خلق السبع سماوات طباقا ما ترى في خلق الرحمن من تفاوت فارجع البصر هل ترى من فتور ثم ارجع البصر كرتين ينقلب إليك البصر خاسئا وهو حسير. ولقد زينا السماء الدنيا بمصابيح وجعلناها رجوما للشياطين وأعتدنا لهم عذاب السعير. وللذين كفروا بربهم عذاب جهنم وبئس المصير. إذا ألقوا فيها سمعوا لها شهيقا وهي تفور تكاد تميز من الغيظ كلما ألقي فيها فوج سألهم خازنتها ألم يأتكم نذير قالوا بلى قد جاءنا نذير فكذبنا وقلنا ما نزل الله من شيء إن أنتم إلا في ضلال كبير. وقالوا لو كنا نسمع أو نعقل ما كنا في أصحاب السعير فاعترفوا بذنبهم فسحقا لأصحاب السعير. إن الذين يخشون ربهم بالغيب لهم مغفرة وأجر كبير. وأسروا قولكم أو اجهروا به إنه عليم بذات الصدور. ألا يعلم من خلق وهو اللطيف الخبير. هو الذي جعل لكم الأرض ذلولا فامشوا في مناكبها وكلوا من رزقه وإليه النشور. أأمنتم من في السماء أن يخسف بكم الأرض فإذا هي تمور أم أمنتم من في السماء أن يرسل عليكم حاسبا فستعلمون كيف نذير. ولقد كذب الذين من قبلهم فكيف كان نكير. أولم يروا إلى الطير فوقهم صافات ويقبضن ما يمسكهن إلا الرحمن إنه بكل شيء بصير. أمن هذا الذي هو جند لكم ينصركم من دون الرحمن إن الكافرون إلا في غرور. أمن هذا الذي يرزقكم إن أمسك رزقه بل لجوا في عتو ونفور. أفمن يمشي مكبا على وجهه أهدى أمن يمشي سويا على صراط مستقيم. قل هو الذي أنشأكم وجعل لكم سمعا والأبصار والأفئدة قليلا ما تشكرون. قل هو الذي ذرأكم في الأرض وإليه تحشرون. ويقولون متى هذا الوعد إن كنتم صادقين. قل إنما العلم عند الله وإنما أنا نذير مبين. فلما رأوه الزلفى سيئت وجوه الذين كفروا وقيل هذا الذي كنتم به تدعون قل أرأيتم إن أهلكني الله ومن معي أو رحمنا فمن يجير الكافرين من عذاب أليم قل هو الرحمن آمنا به وعليه توكلنا فستعلمون من هو في ضلال مبين قل أرأيتم إن أصبح ماؤكم غورا فمن يأتيكم بماء معين صدق الله العلي العظيم. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. يا علي يا عظيم يا غفور يا رحيم أنت الرب العظيم الذي ليس كمثله شيء وهو السميع البصير. وهذا شهر عظمته وكرمته وشرفته وفضلته على الشهور، وهو شهر الذي فرضت صيامه عليه، وهو شهر رمضان الذي أنزلت فيه القرآن هدى للناس وبينات من الهدى والفرقان، وجعلت في ليلة القدر وجعلتها خيرا من 1000 شهر. فيا ذا المن ولا يمن علي من علي بفكاك رقبتي من النار في من تمن عليه وادخلني الجنة برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى محمد. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى محمد. اللهم رب شهر رمضان الذي أنزلت فيه القرآن وافترضت على عبادك فيه الصيام، صل على محمد وعلى محمد وارزقني حج بيتك الحرام في عامي هذا وفي كل عام، واغفر لي تلك الذنوب العظام فإنه لا يغفرها غيرك يا رحمن يا علام. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى محمد. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى محمد. اللهم أدخل على أهل القبور السرور، اللهم أغني كل فقير، اللهم أشبع كل جائع، اللهم اكسو كل عريان، اللهم اقض دين كل مدين، اللهم فرج عن كل مكروب، اللهم رد كل غريب، اللهم فك كل عسير، اللهم أصلح كل فاسد من أمور المسلمين، اللهم اشف كل مريض، اللهم سد فقرنا بغناك، اللهم غير سوء حالنا بحسن حالك، اللهم اقض عنا الدين واغننا من الفقر إنك على كل شيء قدير. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى محمد. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى محمد. اللهم إني أفتتح الثناء بحمدك وأنت مسدد للصواب بمنك، وأيقنت أنك أنت أرحم الراحمين في موضع العفو والرحمة، وأشد المعاقبين في موضع النكال والنقمة، وأعظم المتجبرين في موضع الكبرياء والعظمة. اللهم أذنت لي في دعائك ومسألتك، فاسمع يا سميع مدحتي، وأجب يا رحيم دعوتي، وقل يا غفور أثرتي. فكم يا إلهي من كربة قد فرجتها، وهموم قد كشفتها، وأثرة قد أقلتها، ورحمة قد نشرتها، وحلقة بلاء قد فككتها. الحمد لله الذي لم يتخذ صاحبة ولا ولدا، ولم يكن له شريك في الملك، ولم يكن له ولي من الذل، وكبره تكبيرا. الله أكبر. الحمد لله بجميع محامده كلها، على جميع نعمه كلها. الحمد لله الذي لا مضاد له في ملكه، ولا منازع له في أمره. الحمد لله الذي لا شريك له في خلقه، ولا شبيه له في عظمته. الحمد لله الفاشف الخلق أمره، وحمده الظاهر بالكرم مجده، الباسط بالجود يده، الذي لا تنقص خزائنه ولا تزيده كثرة العطاء إلا جودا وكرما، إنه هو العزيز الوهاب. اللهم إني أسألك قليلا من كثير، مع حاجة بي إليه عظيمة، وغناك عنه قديم، وهو عندي كثير، وهو عليك سهل يسير. اللهم إني عفوك عن ذنبي، وتجاوزك عن خطيئتي، وسفهك عن ظلمي، وسترك على قبيح أملي، وهلمك عن كثير جرمي. عندما كان من خطئي وعمدي، أطمعني في أن أسألك ما لا أستوجبه منك، الذي رزقتني من رحمتك، وأريتني من قدرتك، وعرفتني من إجابتك، فصرت أدعوك آمنا، وأسألك مستأنسا، لا خائفا ولا وجلا، مدلا عليك فيما قصدت فيه إليك. فإن أبدع أني أتبت بجهلي عليك، ولعل الذي أبدع عني هو خير لي لعلمك بعاقبة الأمور. فلم أرى مولا كريما أصبر على عبد لئيم منك علي. يا ربي إنك تدعوني فولي عنك، وتتهبب إلي فتبغض إليك، وتتودد إلي فلا أقبل منك، كأن لي التطول عليك. فلم يمنعك ذلك من الرحمة لي والإحسان إلي، وتفضلي علي بجودك وكرمك. فارحم عبدك الجاهل، وجد عليه بفضل إحسانك، إنك جواد كريم. الحمد لله مالك الملك، مجري الفلك، مسخر الرياح، فالق الإصباح، ديان الدين، رب العالمين. الحمد لله على حلمه بعد علمه، والحمد لله على عفوه بعد قدرته، والحمد لله على طول عناته في غضبه، وهو قادر على ما يريد. الحمد لله خالق الخلق، باسط الرزق، فالق الإصباح، ذي الجلال والإكرام والفضل والإنعام، الذي بعد فلا يرى، وقرب فشهد النجوى، تبارك وتعالى. الحمد لله الذي ليس له منازع يعادله، ولا شبيه يشاكله، ولا سهير يعاذده. قهر بعزته الأعزاء، وتوازع لعظمته العظماء، فبلغ بقدرته ما يشاء. الحمد لله الذي يجيبني حين أناده ويستر علي كل عورة وأنا أعصه ويؤذم النعمة علي فلا أجازه فكم من موهبة هنيئة قد أعطاني وعزمة مخوفة قد كفاني وبهجة مونقة قد أراني فأثني عليه حامدا وأذكره مسبها الحمد لله الذي لا يغلق حجابه ولا يغلق بابه ولا يرد سائله ولا يخيب آمله الحمد لله الذي يجيبني الحمد لله الذي يؤمن الخائفين وينجي الصالحين ويرفع المستضعفين ويذع المستكبرين ويهلك ملوكا ويستخلف آخرين والحمد لله قاسب الجبارين مبير الظالمين مدرك الهاربين نكال الظالمين صريخ المستصرخين موزع حاجات الطالبين معتمد المؤمنين الحمد لله الذي من خشيته ترعد السماء وسكانها وترجف الأرض وعمارها وتموج البحار ومن يسبح في غمراتها الحمد لله الذي هدانا لهذا وما كنا لنهتدي لولا أن هدانا الله الحمد لله الذي يخلق ولم يخلق ويرزق ولا يرزق ويطعم ولا يطعم ويميت الأحياء ويحيي الموتى وهو حي لا يموت بيده الخير وهو على كل شيء قدير اللهم صل على محمد عبدك ورسولك وأمينك وصفيك وحبيبك وخيرتك من خلقك وحافظ سرك ومبلغ رسالاتك أفضل وأحسن وأجمل وأكمل وأزكى وأنمى وأطيب وأطهر وأسنى وأكثر ما صليت وباركت وترحمت وتحننت وسلمت على أحد من عبادك وأنبيائك ورسلك وصفوتك وأهل الكرامة عليك من خلقك اللهم وصل على علي أمير المؤمنين ووصي رسول رب العالمين عبدك ووليك وأخي رسولك وحجتك على خلقك وآيتك الكبرى والنبأ العظيم وصل على الصديقة الطاهرة فاطمة الزهراء سيدة نساء العالمين وصل على سبط الرحمة وإمام الهدى الحسن والحسين سيدي شباب أهل الجنة وصل على أئمة المسلمين علي بن الحسين ومحمد بن علي وجعفر بن محمد وموسى بن جعفر وعلي بن موسى ومحمد بن علي وعلي بن محمد والحسن بن علي والخليفة الهادي المهدي حججك على عبادك وأمنائك في بلادك صلاة كثيرة دائمة اللهم وصل على ولي أمرك القائم المؤمل والعدل المنتظر وحفه بملائكتك المقربين وأيده بروح القدس يا رب العالمين
اللهم اجعله الداعي إلى كتابك والقائم بدينك استخلفه في الأرض كما استخلفت الذين من قبله مكن له دينه الذي ارتديته له أبدله من بعد خوفه أمنا يعبدك لا يشرك بك شيئا اللهم أعزه وأعزز به وانصره وانتصر به وانصره نصرا عزيزا وافتح له فتحا يسيرا واجعل له من لدنك سلطانا نصيرا. اللهم أظهر به دينك وسنة نبيك حتى لا يستخفي بشيء من الحق مخافة أحد من الخلق. اللهم إنا نرغب إليك في دولة كريمة تعز بها الإسلام وأهله وتذل بها النفاق وأهله، وتجعلنا فيها من الدعاة إلى طاعتك والقادة إلى سبيلك، وترزقنا بها كرامة الدنيا والآخرة. اللهم ما عرفتنا من الحق فحملنا، وما قصرنا عنه فبلغنا. اللهم المم به شعثنا، واشعب به صدعنا، وارتق به فتقنا، وكثر به قلتنا، وعزز به ذلتنا، واغن به عائلنا، واخذ به عن مغرمنا، واجبر به فقرنا، وسد به خلتنا، ويسر به عسرنا، وبيض به وجوهنا، وفك به أسرنا، وانجح به طلبتنا، وانجز به مواعيدنا، واستجب به دعوتنا، واعتنا به سؤلنا، وبلغنا به من الدنيا والآخرة آمالنا، واعتنا به فوق رغبتنا يا خير المسؤولين وأوسع المعتين. اشف به صدورنا، واذهب به غيظ قلوبنا، واهدنا به لما اختلف فيه من الحق بإذنك، إنك تهدي من تشاء إلى صراط مستقيم. وانصرنا به على عدوك وعدونا إله الحق آمين. اللهم إنا نشكو إليك فقد نبينا صلواتك عليه وآله، وغيبة ولينا، وكثرة عدونا، وقلة عددنا، وشدة الفتن بنا، وتظاهر الزمان علينا. فصل على محمد وآله، وأعنا على ذلك بفتح منك تعجله، وبضر تكشفه، ونصر تعزه، وسلطان حق تظهره، ورحمة منك تجللناها، وعافية منك تلبسناها، برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. اللهم برحمتك في الصالحين فادخلنا، وفي عليين فارفعنا، وبكأس من معين من عين سلسبيل فاسقنا، ومن الحور العين برحمتك فزوجنا، ومن الولدان المخلدين كأنهم لؤلؤ مكنون فاقدمنا، ومن ثمار الجنة ولحوم الطير فاطعمنا، ومن ثياب السندس والحرير والاستبرق فالبسنا، وليلة القدر وحج بيتك الحرام وقتلا في سبيلك فوفق لنا، وصالح الدعاء والمسألة فاستجب لنا، وإذا جمعت الأولين والآخرين يوم القيامة فارحمنا، وبراءة من النار فاكتب لنا، وفي جهنم فلا تخلنا، وفي عذابك وهوانك فلا تبتلنا، ومن الزقوم والضريع فلا تطعمنا، ومع الشياطين فلا تجعلنا، وفي النار على وجوهنا فلا تكببنا، ومن ثياب النار وسرابير القطران فلا تلبسنا، ومن كل سوء يا لا إله إلا أنت بحق لا إله إلا أنت فنجنا. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. اللهم إني أسألك أن تجعل فيما تقضي وتقدر من الأمر المحتوم في الأمر الحكيم، من القضاء الذي لا يرد ولا يبدل، أن تكتبني من حجاج بيتك الحرام المبرور حجهم، المشكور سعيهم، المغفور ذنوبهم، المكفر عن سيئاتهم. وأن تجعل فيما تقضي وتقدر أن تطيل عمري في خير وعافية، وتوسع في رزقي، وتجعلنا ممن تنتصر به لدينك، ولا تستبدل بي خيري. أعوذ بجلال وجهك الكريم أن ينقضي عني شهر رمضان، أو يطلع الفجر من ليلتي هذه ولك قبلي تبعة أو ذنب تعذبني عليه. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
Respected scholar, my elders, brothers, sisters, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Surah Fatih is requested for all the names listed on the screen and Kul Marhamin Al-Fatiha. Ayat Ma Yujibun is requested for all the names listed on the screen and whoever is in need of it here and elsewhere. We will recite this together. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Amman yujibul mustarra idha da'a wa yakshifu su. Amman yujibul mustarra idha da'a wa yakshifu su. Amman yujibul مضطر إذا دعاه ويكشف السوء أمن يجيب المضطر إذا دعاه ويكشف السوء أمن يجيب المضطر إذا دعاه ويكشف السوء. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان اللعين الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. وبه نستعين. لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. والحمد لله رب العالمين. والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين، خاتم النبيين، شفيع المذنبين، رحمة للعالمين، سيدنا ونبينا وحبيب قلوبنا والشفيع نفوسنا والطبيب ذنوبنا، أبي القاسم المصطفى محمد. اللهم صل على محمد. والصلاة والسلام والتحية والإكرام على أهل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين المظلومين، ولعنة الله على أعدائهم أجمعين من الأولين والآخرين إلى قيام يوم الدين. فقد قال الله في كتابه المبين وقوله الحق وهو أصدق القائلين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قد أفلح المؤمنون الذين هم في صلاتهم خاشعون والذين هم عن اللغو معرضون. صلوات على محمد وآل محمد. ها؟ No? Okay. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل. I think somebody got lost in the background maybe, inshallah. Mu'mineen, mu'minat, brothers and sisters in Islam and Iman, Salamun alaikum jami'an wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Hopefully all your fasts are going well, and this first half of Ramadan that's passed, now hopefully it'll get easier for us, maybe in the physical sense, maybe more difficult in the spiritual sense, especially with the nights of Qadr coming forward. We thank Allah for the opportunity to have the benefit and hear the wisdom of Sheikh Salim Yusuf Ali. We thank him. We ask Allah to bless him, protect him and his family members, and hopefully everybody benefited from what he had to say. Obviously, one of the benefits, or one thing that kind of got messed up today was, or from what happened, is he set the bar a little bit higher. So he had his fancy library, and I decided, okay, maybe I should show off my workshop as well. Inshallah, hopefully I'm showing it off for the sake of Allah and not for the sake of praise. If you remember, when we left off last week, we were going through Surah Al-Mu'minun, chapter 23 of the Quran, and we were continuing a series called The Successful Mu'minin. And the idea was what? We were trying to figure out, how is it that we can go from a base level of Iman and go to a higher level of Iman? Right? What can we do? So, Allah seems to indicate in this verse, in the first 10 or so ayat in Surah Al-Mu'minun, what are the qualities of the mu'mineen, of the successful mu'mineen. So we wanted to go one by one, time permitting, and see which of these qualities we can start incorporating in our lives. So the first thing we talked about when we discussed the first verse of قَدْ أَفْلَحَ الْمُؤْمِنُونَ is to have a successful vision in mind first, meaning to completely do away with materialism, right? To try our best to be focused on the hereafter, to think long term and not think in terms of just this material world. And sometimes that means we have to change the way we speak, change the way we act, especially in terms of the way that we parent and deal with our children. We don't want to create them and create for them an environment where they're focused on the material world only. Then we went to the next verse, which was the first quality of the mu'mineen that Allah mentions, which is that in prayer, they are khashir, right? They are humble. So we talked a little bit about what it means to be humble, and we gave some practical tips there as well. And the 3-point tips that we gave was, first, recognizing God, who He is. Then, making sure we get rid of those doubts. After that, we recognize who we are. When we're able to do that, instead of trying to change our body while we're praying and then become humble, we said it should be the other way around, according to the narrations of the Ma'asumeen. That we become humble first, and then our limbs will submit in that way. So once we get to know who Allah really is, once we know who we really are, how low we really are, then our body language will change. Then when we're praying, maybe we will understand why we want to look down instead of looking up, right? As the Prophet changed his behavior as well when he heard this verse. We maybe will control our arms moving. Maybe we won't play with our beard or, scratch or check our phone or things like that. Because we truly know who we're talking to. We know how lowly we are. And now we want to make sure that our body acts in accordance with that. Now we want to go to the third ayah, where Allah says, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. The next quality is what? What are the successful mu'mineen? What do they do? وَالَّذِينَ هُمْ عَنِ اللَّغْوِ مُعْرِضُونَ. So first our Shakespearean translation. So the successful mu'mineen are who? Those whom, what? They are mu'rid. They neglect or they don't pay attention to lagh. So what is lagh? No, that's our first question tonight. First thing, in order to figure out what we have to keep away from, is what is lagh? What does it mean for something to be lagh? That's the first. The second thing we were going to try to talk about is lagh is mentioned somewhere else in the Quran regarding the previous group of mu'mineen. And Allah mentions some specific qualities about how they used and how they kept away from lagh. So we want to find out what quality did they have, which could be a good example for us to incorporate, especially for us living in the West. And finally, the question that we have, which will probably be the most important question, is lagh, after we define it, is it something that's absolute and defined, or is it something relative to each and every individual? So these will be the points that we will try to discuss tonight, inshallah. If you can send الصلوات على محمد وآل محمد. اللهم صل على محمد. So, what is lagh? Lam, ghain, waw. Lagh. So lagh, when it's translated in most Qurans, usually they put vain talk. That's usually how it's translated. So in other translations, they expand upon that and they say vain talk means what? Vain talk means lying. Why? Because when you're lying to somebody, right, you're doing it out of vain necessity, right? Others translate it in different ways. Some say it means music. Why? Because music is something that's vain. You're listening to it because it pleases you. So it's something that's for your own pleasure. That's why it's considered lagh. Another meaning sometimes is backbiting or insulting people. So backbiting or insulting, why? Because when we backbite or insult, what are we doing? We're trying to make ourselves feel better and by doing so, or in order to do that, we cut somebody else down, right? You attack somebody else's character so that you kind of pick up the pieces and you feel better about yourself. You can build up your own confidence or your own self-esteem. Now, all these might be examples, although I'm not interested in examples yet. We'll get to that. But what is the essential meaning? What is the real deep meaning behind lagh? You see, if you go into the classic Arabic books, lagh or lagha, they talk about and define as the saliva that would come out of an animal. Normally they'd say it's the saliva that comes out of a dog, right? When a dog salivates, right? When a dog is just sitting there uselessly and just like, right? And then all this nasty drool just comes out. So that disgusting stuff that drops there, right? That's extra disgusting to Muslims, obviously, right? That stuff, a traditional Arabic, classical Arabic, was called lagh or lagha. Now, what does that have to do with our meaning? You see, when a dog is doing that, there's no purpose behind it. Now, sometimes they're doing it because they're hungry, sometimes because they're entertained, sometimes because they want attention, or sometimes they have nothing better to do. Right? They're just sitting there and just wasting their time, and they have no idea what else to do, so they just start drooling. So this is where the kind of contemporary meaning comes out. Lagh, they say, is anything that is a waste of time. Anything which is useless. Whether it's an action, whether it's speech, whether you're watching something, listening to something, doing something. If it's useless, then it's considered lagh. If you're wasting your time, it's lagh. In the Quranic and Islamic context, what some of our mufassirin say is that lagh specifically is talking about things which are keeping you away from Allah. Right? So that's just any lagh that is being addressed here. They're talking about the lagh which takes you away from God. Right? Now, what does that mean? Well, sometimes we hear about this. Sometimes we hear that the reason that we're not allowed to listen to certain kinds of music is because it takes us away from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And because it takes us away, therefore, right, it's useless. That's why it becomes haram. Or people talk about video games. Video games are useless. Why are video games useless? Because they have nothing to do with Allah. They're a waste of your time. They're not helping you get to your akhirah. Right? So it's lagh. But the instances themselves we want to address in the third question. Not yet. So this was our first. Now the second. In Surah Al-Qasas, chapter 28, verses 52 through 55, Allah here is talking about a previous group of believers, and He's mentioning some qualities that they have. So within this, He mentions a few different things. So one of them is this, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, وَإِذَا سَمِعُوا اللَّغْوَ أَعْرَضُوا عَنْهُ. Whenever they would hear lagh, right? Whenever they would hear lagh, meaning something that was a waste of time, right, or useless talk, then what would they do? أَعْرَضُوا عَنْهُ. They would just, dismiss it. They would keep away from it. They wouldn't be bothered by it. And you see, now if that's the case, well, why would Allah bother mentioning that, right? He's telling us, keep away from it. What's the point of Him mentioning previous believers doing the same thing? It doesn't really have much of a benefit. Perhaps it's because He adds on some other things that they would do whenever they would encounter people that were trying to make them waste their time. So after they would hear the lagh and they would, disassociate and keep away from it, Then what would they do? قالوا. They would say, وقالوا لنا أعمالنا ولكم أعمالكم. Look, we're going to do us and you do you. We're going to stick to what we like and what we want to do, and you can go ahead and live your life and do whatever you want to do. No problem. Then they continue. Salamun alaykum. La nabtaghil jahilin. So, salam alaykum, peace. See you later. And, the jahilin, ignorant people, it's not suitable for us to be around them. So, there's a few qualities that Allah is adding on here that the previous believers had that I think is important for us living in a society like this. A lot of us are facing trouble when we're going out. We're dealing with people, obviously we're minorities living in the West. Not just that, among Muslims themselves too, right? We followers of Ahlul Bayt, we're also in the minority again, right? And even those of us who practice regularly, right? Who try to pray, who try to fast, who try to read more, educate ourselves, to put in some effort in religion, even that we're also a minority, right? A lot of Muslims might just be cultural Muslims. So we are in a minority of a minority of a minority of a minority, right? Really, really tough. So sometimes we lose our confidence, right? When we hear that other people are now going out, they go and drink, they're smoking, they're doing drugs, they go out partying, they go out to clubs, they get to go and do whatever they want. They're not bound by all these Islamic strict rules. And sometimes that takes away and knocks at our self-esteem and our morale, right? We're in need of morale boosts sometimes. And, sometimes Allah, recognizing that, wants us, He wants us to have it. So look at this group of believers. Obviously, they were also in the minority, right? Mu'mineen were always in the minority throughout history. This is just what they say, sunnatul tarikh. This is just a historical precedence. People who are on the right were always in the minority. That's just what it is. Allah says in many places, وَأَكْثَرُهُمْ لَا يَعْلَمُونَ. Right? Most people don't know. أَكْثَرُهُمْ لَا يَتَفَكَّرُونَ. Most people don't think. Those of us who are trying to do better and improve, we're always going to be in the minority. So just know that is normal. That's not strange. Most people are not interested in going after the truth. They're not interested in improving themselves. If you are actually doing that, if you're interested in improving yourself, going after the truth, know that you have a special eye of Allah on you. God's special blessings are upon you, right? They're on you. Why? Because nobody else is like that. Most people aren't like that. God is blessing you with this ability to research more, to think more, to ponder more, right? To get into discussions, to try to improve your life. This is a gift from God that not everybody, unfortunately, takes advantage of. So we should thank Allah that we have this ability to take advantage of it. Now, what are these believers saying? These people who come to them and say, let's gamble, let's drink, let's do all this stuff, let's waste our time. These mu'mineen say, look, we're not cool with that. We're not involved. You can do whatever you want, and we're going to do whatever we want. So Allah seems to be indicating, look at their level of self-confidence. Look at their self-esteem. They're not worried about what other people think of them because they know what they're doing is right. They know that they are going to secure their dunya and their akhirah. So if other people are making fun of them, laughing, or having fun, what they think is having fun, well, that's too bad for them because unfortunately, they're not going to be having fun maybe in the next life. Right? We pray for their guidance, we pray for their forgiveness, but we are lucky that we have things at our disposal to help us in this world and the next world. So when you understand that, when I know that Islam is the truth, when I know Islam is right, then I'm not going to be worried if other people don't do the same thing as me and they don't care. So, okay, you do whatever you want to do, no problem, and I'll do whatever I want to do. If I know that eating a healthy diet makes me happy, and somebody else is like, oh, pizza, chips, soda, you're missing out. Like, look, you think I'm missing out, but, when that diabetes or high blood pressure or cholesterol or those issues come about, then, I'll be doing my thing and you'll be doing your thing. No problem, right? Especially in this time when we know that having a strong immune system, right? That's what we all want right now. Salawat ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. And then they say, Salamun alaykum la nabtaghil jahilin. So Peace. Like, I don't wish you ill. I wish you well. Like, I hope you live a happy life. We don't want to be judgmental about other people. Yes, we've got Islam. We have the path of the Ahlul Bayt. That's wonderful. We should be proud and we should be happy. But that doesn't mean we should be arrogant. Just because we have that haqq, the truth at our disposal, doesn't mean that we're automatically going to get a free pass to heaven. That's not true. We could go through a lot of punishment. It's possible. So we want to make sure that we are not susceptible to arrogance. So when somebody else is, even if they're, spiteful towards your belief, if they hate what you do, no problem. Salam alaikum, right? Peace, right? You be at peace. I hope you have a good life, and that's it. We don't have to be so harsh against people. And then the last part, though, la nabtaghil jahilin, right? Things that jahilin, that ignorant people do, it's not for me, right? We're not interested in that. Now, this is probably not something you want to say to people, right? I know sometimes people, they like to go and grab these parts of the Quran and then throw this at people, right? Like whenever you come to a jahil, you say, Salam alaikum, I don't talk to, the jahils. No, don't talk like this to people. Allah's just trying to give you perhaps a general idea of what your mindset should be. If you know somebody's ignorant about reality, if they don't know what's good for them, then obviously why does it bother you what they do? It shouldn't bother you at all. The only time that the actions of other people will bother you and me, now I'm stuck in darkness. The only time that the actions of other people will bother you and me is what? Is if we're not secure in our faith. If we have a doubt that, maybe what I'm doing is wrong. Maybe what they're doing is right. They're out having a good time, they're having fun, and I'm stuck going to this masjid, they're going to the center and fasting and praying and putting the scarf on my head. Why do I have to bother? If you're not sure about what you're doing, then that's obviously going to chip away at your self-esteem. It's going to chip away at your confidence, at our confidence in what we're doing. So that's why we mentioned previously, what we need to make sure we're doing is, in order for us to practice properly, we have to secure belief in what we're doing. Go back and look at the usul ad-din. Find out what's important in your life. Research it. When you get to certainty, then you'll see how much more your actions will change. How much easier it will be to act upon what you believe. Salawat ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. Now, our next question. Is lagh, are things which are time wasters, which are useless, is it something absolute or is it relative? Now, if I had the ability to ask people right now in an audience, I would do so, and I'd see. So, I'm going to start mentioning things. Now, if you're sitting there with your family, you can do your own little mini couch vote or whatever. So you tell me, I'm going to say something, and you decide amongst yourself if it's a waste of time or not. Okay? First thing is video games. Waste of time or no? What about TV shows? How about music? What about reading a book of fiction, like Harry Potter or something like that, or some random novel? Okay, well, what about Islamic video games and Islamic movies? I'm sure the answers are changing, or some people are thinking a bit more. What about Islamic books? Okay, hopefully you've thought about it a little bit. So, some of us, especially the parents who are answering, probably thought, yeah, video games, waste of time. These other non-Islamic books and TV shows, all of them, a waste of time. Now the kids might be thinking, no, waste of time. What's wrong with video games? What's wrong with halal music? What's wrong with reading some books? Right? What's wrong with this stuff? Why does this, why does God have to be so strict? Why do you have to be so, extreme about all this stuff? Just let us live in peace. Like, calm down. So, in order to deal with this difference of opinion, there's only one real question that we have to ask, and that goes back to the original definition that we talked about. The thing that I'm doing, whether it's reading something, watching something, listening to something, eating something, whatever it is, when I'm doing it, am I connected to Allah or not? When I'm watching this TV show or movie, do I have God in mind or no? When I'm playing this video game, am I doing it thinking about Allah, thinking about the Day of Judgment, thinking about the Imam of the time, Dhuhr, things like that? Or I'm just playing for the sake of playing? You see, the answers will change then, right? Now, some of you might think, well, is it even possible to think about Allah while you're doing these kind of things? And the answer is yes. It really depends on the individual. So lagh is not absolute. It's actually subjective. Lagh is relative. Things which waste our time can be relative. A person, for example, can maybe play, let's say, a dua or a ziyarah recitation or something like that on their TV or on their phone, and just leave it there but not actually pay attention and listen to it, right? They're just doing it because they like the sound of it. They're not concerned with the words, the meanings. They're not connected to God at all. So listening to dua or Quran or ziyarah could be a waste of time, right? They're just doing it just to please themselves, to make themselves happy. Nothing about God. On the other hand, you could have somebody who, let's say, is going to the gym, right? They're jogging at night. They're exercising. They're eating healthy, or they play video games. They're watching movies, and while they're doing so, they're thinking about their life, right? Maybe while they're working out, they're thinking about, I want to be healthy so I can protect my family because it's a duty for me to do that. God has told me I have to be strong to protect my family, so I want to work out and get stronger. Or God says that it's recommended for me to stay fit and be healthy so that I can do more ibadat. So yeah, I want to go jogging. God says that I should train myself in different things. So if I play in certain video games, maybe that'll increase my hand-eye coordination. So that's why I play video games. Or maybe reading this book will increase my imagination and my thinking ability and my cognitive skills. So playing this or doing this, right, is for the sake of God. Now you might laugh at that because you don't do it, but that doesn't mean other people don't do that, right? Think about these, I'm sure you've seen these Iranian weightlifters and wrestlers, right? Right before they're about to deadlift or bench or clean something, you hear them say like, Ya Abul Fadl, right? So they take the name of Abu Fadl al-Abbas before they lift these weights to maybe help remind them that I'm doing this for the sake of Islam. I'm not doing this for a medal. I'm not doing it for a trophy. I'm not doing it for recognition. So you see people who do these kind of things. Now the question is this: how do we go about doing something like that, right? So is the verse trying to tell us to completely keep away from things? Or is it trying to tell us to refocus what we're doing in our daily life? Based on what we talked about, it doesn't seem like it's saying keep away from all things which you might think are useless. Maybe perhaps the real point of the verse, especially considering the first and second verse, maybe the point is maybe we need to reorient and refocus our attention. Instead of just doing something for the sake of doing it, maybe we need to be a bit more attentive, be a bit more conscious, and then focus our effort to what we want to do. Salawat ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. So, I wanted to leave some time for Q&A. So, this point I'm going to leave, and we're going to answer that tomorrow. I want to answer something else right now, just so at least we have a tip to kind of go away with. Actually, you know what? No, I'll leave it for now. I think, it's been almost 30 minutes. So for tomorrow, what we will do is we are going to go through the tips on how do we take things which seemingly are useless and make them something for the sake of God. What are we supposed to do to make them godly things? And then we're going to try to leave with, after we give examples, one specific practical tip so that no matter what we're doing, we can help reorient our focus towards Allah. And if we have time, we're going to go through some other meanings of lagh that are mentioned by our mufassirin, and that will hopefully end the discussion for tomorrow night, inshallah. So just to recap, we started the third verse, which was وَالَّذِينَ هُمْ عَنِ اللَّغْوِ مُعْرِضُونَ, right? The next quality we're talking about is those who keep away from things which are a waste of time and keep them away from Allah. Okay. Let's see. If someone listens to music yet still remembers Allah, then why is it made haram? What is halal music identified as? What type of music is it that you can listen to? Okay, so basically these questions are related. The question is, what is haram? So first of all, there's halal music and there's haram music for most contemporary maraji. Some of the ones in the past said all music is haram, but we're not interested in that because I don't think anybody does that taqleed. When we're talking about Ayatollah Sistani, Ayatollah Khamenei, Ayatollah Nasser Makaram Shirazi, may Allah protect all of them and all of our maraji, they have their own criteria, right? So usually the criteria that they mention are, firstly, that is it something that's suitable for a gathering which keeps you away from Allah, right? Is it something which keeps you away from God? And is that kind of gathering one that would keep you away from God? The other point that they, besides, of course, there's other things like if the actual content is haram itself. I mean, that should be obvious. If it's talking about haram things and irreligious things, then obviously that's a big problem. The other quality that they mention is the gathering also one which is suitable for haram, right? So there's a few different things that they've mentioned there too. So now let's go to each of those questions, right? That will give you your distinction between halal and haram music. If someone listens to music yet still remembers Allah, then why is it made haram? So I think I clarified. There is halal music and haram music. You can't listen to haram music and think about Allah, right? So if I'm listening to some song which is talking about murder and let's say whatever, talking about different sins like taking drugs or whatever, talking about all these things like drinking and inappropriate relations, then I can't say, yeah, I remember God when I'm doing all this. Like, no, you're just fooling yourself, right? Now, a lot of maraji, a lot of them will allow things like classical music, right? So if you can listen to classical music and think about Allah, then in that sense, it would be fine. Again, assuming, and again, it's up to you to define and to apply the ruling. If you think that classical music or whatever music you're listening to, if it's suitable for a haram gathering, then you can't listen to that, right? Or if there's haram content, you can't listen to that, right? Then the other question that went down, right? What is halal music identified as, right? I think I mentioned that. Basically, it's what is haram music, and then if it's not haram, then it's halal, right? So that's how we have it there. What type of music? I can't tell you what type. The Marajas say, we're giving you the criteria, now you have to go and apply the ruling. Somebody might think of classical music and say, look, when I think of classical music, I think of, like Jane Austen, old English stuff, where people are dancing and they're drinking wine and whatever. If that's what you associate, then you can't do it, right? Then it would be haram for you because that's your understanding of what music is. You have to go by what people understand of that type of music, right? So you have to be honest here, right? Again, I don't want to give examples, but there are certain types of music which are clearly only meant for a gathering which is haram, right? The only job is to come together, men and women, drinking and dancing and whatever. If that's what the music is designed and meant for, then it's probably going to be that. What would be a haram gathering? Listen, if you have to ask the question, I don't know what to tell you. You tell me what haram gathering is. If people are going to sit around and literally do everything that's haram, isn't that haram gathering? If they're just going to sit around and talk, is that haram? Well, again, look at the Maraja, what they say. Is it haram to sit around and talk? No, not necessarily, right? Okay, I think that's enough about music and stuff, right? Because music itself requires its own discussion. We may have time for that, we may not. We'll have to see. Is there no benefit to passively listening to du'as or Quran? Is there no reward in that itself? There's going to be a difference of opinion among the scholars. Some of them will say that simply the words hitting your ears are beneficial, right? And that's it, right? Because it's Arabic, it's praise of Allah, fine. But that's if you understand that it's a praise of Allah. Now again, you have some individuals that don't care about the fact that it's from God. They're just interested in the sound itself, right? The melody or whatever. Again, some scholars might say, yeah, even there, because it's godly, it's okay. Other scholars will be a bit more, they'll say, look, your intention is what matters. Intention defines the benefit. So if your intention is just to get pleasure out of it, then you're not listening to it for a godly reason. So it really depends. Again, there are different scholars and there are differences of opinion. So you're welcome to, I don't want to say pick whichever one you want, but more of the scholars will say yes, because there are some narrations that say listening to the Quran or dua has itself benefit. Most of them, the majority of them, will probably go with an opinion like that. Some scholars who are a bit more interested in the metaphysical idea behind the Quran and du'as and ziyarat, they'll say these things, the real benefit is really when you have an interest in it, right? When you really know what you're doing. They might say, look, the benefit might be like, you're getting 1 or 2 acha bacha good boy points, but that's not really going to help you in the Day of Judgment. What helps you on the Day of Judgment, or what helps you in the grave, is whatever you were able to do when you were able to focus on it, when you were able to change yourself. And perhaps just passively listening to these things may not change you. It might, but that's up for you to decide. Okay, I think we had a quiz there. I don't know if it's going to be put up or not. Because I sent it to media a little late. So, it is ready. So, again, because Sheikh Salim had set high standards, I had to do the same thing. Not just because of Sheikh Salim, obviously it's a good thing to do. So, if you join the quiz, if you don't want to do it, then fine, we can end and get ready for iftar. Okay, let's see. Welcome, HWBDJCJ. Okay, let's wait another 15 minutes for people to join. No, not 15 minutes? Okay. Maybe another couple seconds. I think people forgot that there was a possibility to do this. Maybe that's why. Okay, we're going to try every night to do this, right? To make a quiz. Hopefully I can put something together. Okay, good. I got a lot of initials. RJ, JK, K, RJ, SP, MA. Babu, how many U's there? 1, 2, 3, 4 U's. Why 4 U's? 1, 2, 3. Okay, I guess get it started, yeah? 26 people, that's good enough. Okay, good luck. So first question is, what does lagh mean? All right? Is it music? Is it lying? Is it things that waste time? Or things that are fake? It's a really long counter, isn't it? Hasan, okay, very good. Things that waste time. Music was possibly one example, which we'll discuss on another night, inshallah. Okay, next. In Surah Qasas, chapter 28, verses 52 to 55, the verses we talked about tonight. What quality of previous mu'mineen does Allah highlight? Was it their strong love for the Prophet, their Prophet of that time, their strong love for Allah, their strong hate for the enemies of Allah, or their strong identity and self-confidence? All of these sound really good. And we should have all of them. But there is one quality specifically that we opened up a little bit tonight, which was their strong identity and self-confidence, right? Because they didn't really care what other people said. They said, salam alaikum, we're going to do us. We're going to do what we want to do. You do what you want to do. Asantum, good job. Okay, next. Which of these are examples of lagh? Okay, Islamic movies and games, video games, or Bollywood movies, or none of the above. Right? Islamic movies and video games, they're obviously Islamic, right? Does that make sense? Or are they still video games and movies, so that's a waste of time? Or video games are obviously a waste, aren't they? Bollywood movies are terrible. Right? Definitely we don't want to watch Bollywood movies. Interesting. The answer was none of the above. Why? Because lagh depends on the individual. somebody could watch Bollywood movies with a good intention. Now, what that means, we'll talk about tomorrow night. But yeah, my trick question worked. Thank God. Okay, last one. What's a simple way to make sure we're doing something for Allah? Now, we didn't talk about this tonight. We're going to talk about this tomorrow. So let's see what you have to say. And then if you, whatever, based on what your answers are, then you can discuss it with your family, and then we'll give the answer tomorrow night, actually. Oh, wait, I actually gave the answer. So you'll know the answer. Never mind. So does it say Bismillah before starting and be conscious of what that means? Say Alhamdulillah after finishing and always be grateful. Say La'anatullah all the time. Or say Astaghfirullah while doing something to make sure you concentrate. These are all wonderful things to say all the time, right? But which of these things will probably help us, what do you think, to make sure we're doing something for the sake of Allah? Perfect. See, you all guessed what we were going to talk about tomorrow night. But we'll open it up more into detail tomorrow. Obviously, saying Alhamdulillah is also good too. But there's a reason why Bismillah at the beginning is helpful, and we'll talk about that tomorrow night. Okay. Jazakallah khair. Thank you very much. Good job, TA. I don't know how to pronounce the second name. Sadatin Kopek. I don't know what that is. Kaku's in third. Mujahid Jan. Very good. And Fatima A in fifth. Very good, everybody. Inshallah, we'll try to give some more questions tomorrow night, and hopefully you'll see me in my other workshops and my other places where I do my studying and Islamic stuff or whatever tomorrow night. Walhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen wa sallallahu ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala ahli baytihi at-tayyibin at-tahirin. Enjoy your iftar. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. إلهي أذم البلاء وبرئ الخفاء وانكشف الغطاء وانقطع الرجاء وضاقت العرض ومنيت السماء وأنت المستعان وعليك المشتقى وعليك المعول في شدة والرخاء. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد أولي الأمر الذين فرضت علينا طاعتهم وعرفتنا بذلك منزلتهم، ففرج عنا بحقهم فرجا عاجلا قريبا كلمح البصر أو هو أقرب. يا محمد يا علي يا محمد اكفياني فإنكما كافيان وانصراني فإنكما ناصران. يا مولانا يا صاحب الزمان الغوث 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 أدركني 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 الساعة 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 العجل العجل العجل. يا أرحم الراحمين بحق محمد وآله الطاهرين.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. السلام عليك يا رسول الله، السلام عليك يا نبي الله، السلام عليك يا أمير المؤمنين، السلام عليك يا فاطمة الزهراء سيدتي نساء العالمين. السلام عليك يا حسن المجتبى. السلام عليك يا حسين الشهيد بكربلاء. السلام على الحسين وعلى علي بن الحسين وعلى أولاد الحسين وعلى أصحاب الحسين، خصوصا سيدي أبا الفضل العباس ابن أمير المؤمنين ورحمة الله وبركاته. السلام عليك يا علي بن الحسين ومحمد بن علي وجعفر بن محمد وموسى بن جعفر وعلي بن موسى ومحمد بن علي وعلي بن محمد والحسن بن علي. السلام عليك يا مولانا يا صاحب الأسر والزمان سيدي الأمان 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 من فتنة الزمان. السلام عليك يا شريك القرآن. السلام عليك يا خليفة الرحمن. السلام عليك يا كعبة الإيمان. عجل الله تعالى فرجك وسهل الله تعالى مخرجك وظهورك واجعلنا من أنصارك وأعوانك ورحمة الله وبركاته.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. اللهم اقض لوليك الحجة ابن الحسن صلواتك عليه وآله في هذه ساعته وفي كل ساعة وليا وحافظا وقائدا وناصرا ودليلا وأعينا حتى تسكنه أرضك توعا وتبتيه فيها طويلا برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. تبارك الذي بيده الملك وهو على كل شيء قدير. الذي خلق الموت والحياة ليبلوكم أيكم أحسن عملا وهو العزيز الغفور. الذي خلق 7 سماوات طباقا ما ترى في خلق الرحمن من تفاوت فارجع البصر هل ترى من فطور ينقلب إليك البصر خاسئا وهو حسير ولقد زينا السماء الدنيا بمصابيح وجعلناها رجوما للشياطين وأعتدنا لهم عذاب السعير وللذين كفروا بربهم عذاب جهنم وبئس المصير إذا ألقوا فيها سمعوا لها شهيقا وهي تفور تكاد تميز من الغيظ كلما ألقي فيها فوج سألهم خزنتها ألم يأتكم نذير قالوا بلى قد جاءنا نذير فكذبنا وقلنا ما نزل الله من شيء إن أنتم إلا في ضلال كبير وقالوا لو كنا نسمع أو نعقل ما كنا في أصحاب السعير فاعترفوا بذنبهم فسحقا لأصحاب السعير إن الذين يخشون ربهم بالغيب لهم مغفرة وأجر كبير وأسروا قولكم أو اجهروا به إنه عليم بذات الصدور ألا يعلم من خلق وهو اللطيف الخبير هو الذي جعل لكم الأرض ذلولا فامشوا في مناكبها وكلوا من رزقه وإليه النشور أأمنتم من في السماء أن يخسف بكم الأرض فإذا هي تمور أم أمنتم من في السماء أن يرسل عليكم حاصبا فستعلمون كيف نذير ولقد كذب الذين من قبلهم فكيف كان نكير أولم يروا إلى الطير فوقهم صافات ويقبض ما يمسكهن إلا الرحمن إنه بكل شيء بصير أمن هذا الذي هو جند لكم ينصركم من دون الرحمن إن الكافرون إلا في غرور أمن هذا الذي يرزقكم إن أمسك رزقه بل لجوا في عتو ونفور أفمن يمشي مكبا على وجهه أهدى أمن أهداء من يمشي سويا على صراط مستقيم قل هو الذي أنشأكم وجعل لكم السمع والأبصار والأفئدة
إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد أشهد أن أمير المؤمنين عليا ولي الله صلوات الله وسلامه عليه أشهد أن أمير المؤمنين عليا حجة الله صلوات الله وسلامه عليه هيا على الصلاة هيا على الصلاة هيا على الفلاح هيا على الفلاح هيا على خير العمل هيا على خير العمل الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد